환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture with K-entertainment issues, AI culture news, and today a special focus on BTS and their comeback with Arirang. And I'm your host, Kwon So-wha. Let's dive in. Joining me this Friday is our co-host Walter Lee. Hello, Walter. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Soa, and hello to our viewers watching at home. I'm Walter Lee, here to co-host next to Soa and give you the latest in Korean entertainment news.
It is a Friday that's tinted in purple like you and I. And today I feel like calling our program K-Culture Swim instead of Dive.
That would definitely suit the theme of today, wouldn't it?
Right. So let's start off with our first K-Enter headline. Walter, let's say it together. BTS D-Day is finally here.
We've been waiting, and this week, almost every day, we've been talking about the biggest K-pop comeback in history. There's no judgment there. It's the biggest comeback in history. And that is, of course, BTS. Now, we've been hyping it up so much that I'm sure that you know, you don't need me to tell you about the release of the new album, Arirang, which just dropped just a little bit over an hour ago, Friday today. You don't need me to tell you that the free concert is at Gwanghwamun Square on Saturday. That's tomorrow of time of recording. It starts at 8 p.m. because you know that already, right? But how about you at home? Have you listened to it yet? I'm sure you have. Let us know. Soa and I patiently waited for the album's release just over an hour ago and listened to it right away. And so, what did you think?
Oh my, I tried to go through the whole album, but with that limited time that we had until our show.
Right.
But for now, I think they made a great choice with their title track, Swim. And I also like Body to Body, Aliens, One More Night. But, can you ask me that question next week again? Because I'm going to listen to the whole album throughout the weekend, all weekend long. But what's your first impression?
Well, I definitely think Swim was a catchy song. It was a very strong comeback song, but I was a big fan, and you and I actually, I think, were big fans of Hooligan as well.
We were dancing to it.
We were dancing to it. That's an awesome beat. Anyway, don't forget, you can still catch the concert at home on Netflix at 8 p.m. Saturday, Korea time. And if you want to see how their fifth full-length album was made, their documentary BTS The Return will go live on Netflix on March 27th.
Right, and Walter, this live concert is expecting some 270,000 fans in that area. But with so many people in one big area, we really have to have, some focus on the safety. And that's why also the government has issued a safety alert as well. But RM and Jin, the members, have shared a message with the ARMY as well.
Yes, it's obviously very important. This is going to be a very, very big show. 270,000 and more in what seems like a big place, but is not actually that big when you put 270,000 people in it. Ahead of the show, RM and Jin made a heartfelt appeal to fans to prioritize safety and maintain order. The artist personally spoke out to stress the importance of preventing any accidents. Now, on Thursday, RM posted on the fan platform Weverse, sharing his excitement about meeting fans while also asking for everyone's cooperation to ensure the event remains safe and also enjoyable. Now, Jin echoed a very similar message, expressing both anticipation and gratitude. He said it was an honor to hold a performance at such a meaningful historical location, made possible by the support and efforts of many people, while emphasizing that safety should come first. So if you are going to attend the live concert, please be patient and safe.
Yes, be safe, everyone. And Walter, now speaking of world tours, there is one world tour in the works, but maybe not from a group that you expected.
Yeah, so we've been talking about world tours recently, from NMIXX to BTS to Blackpink, but fans around the world may soon get the chance to chant along to Huntrix's hit songs in packed arenas, mirroring the scenes of K-pop Demon Hunters. Maybe you could feel like you were in the movie. Reports from Bloomberg and Reuters on Wednesday local time, citing multiple sources, say that Netflix is preparing a global tour for 2027 and is already in talks with concert organizers. Now, while still in the very early stages, several ideas are on the table. These may include vocalists Lee as well as Audrey Nuna and Ray Ami to be in the concert, of course. Being incorporated as the performers, they would obviously be the ideal people. The rumor, though, does have that EJ and Audrey Nuna and also Ray may not be able to make all the dates, so you got to keep a close eye on that if you want to see them personally. But as I said, the concert is currently in early stages.
Okay, sounds exciting. But while that's still in its early stages, until then, we've got plenty of BTS stages to talk about as well.
Do indeed.
All right, well, thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And we now go to our AI anchor Arirang for more on the culture front, including BTS. Arirang.
Thanks, Sua. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. The customized AI-based tour assistance platform has been launched as the number of foreign visitors to South Korea continues to rise. The mobile web service, titled K-Trip 1, offers both first-time and repeat travelers guidance across the country's major tourist destinations by combining digital trip planning with on-the-ground support. It delivers content tailored to overseas visitors' interests, such as K-pop, K-food, and K-beauty, while providing personalized travel information based on users' length of stay and preferences. The platform also connects users with medical support when needed, including access to a 24/7 medical call center staffed by healthcare professionals. At its core is an AI-powered chat feature that enables users to ask questions and receive real-time assistance directly through the web. The developer, All That Honors Club, said the service was launched to meet growing demand for an integrated tourism solution amid surging global interest in travel to Korea. The company added that demand is expected to increase significantly, with BTS's comeback set for Saturday at Gwanghwamun Square. BTS fans from around the world, known as the BTS Army, are flocking to South Korea to witness the K-pop sensation's historic comeback performance firsthand. Government data shows that around 1,099,700 foreign nationals entered Korea between March 1st and 18th, up more than 30% from the same period a year earlier. Highlighting the so-called BTS effect, arrivals this month increased sharply among those in their teens and 20s. Over 260,000 people are expected to gather around Gwanghwamun Square on Saturday. The Culture Ministry launched a K-Culture special program across 5 cultural institutions on Friday, including the National Museum of Korea, to coincide with BTS's performance at Gwanghwamun. The National Museum of Korea will showcase cultural merchandise in collaboration with HYBE, while the National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art will run English-language K-Culture tours for foreign visitors. The National Library of Korea will present an exhibition of literary works that inspired BTS's music, and the National Museum of Korean Contemporary History will showcase a time capsule donated by the boy band, along with related video content. That's all from me. Keep it tuned to K-Culture Dive.
On March 21st, 2026, K-pop sensation BTS will bring the world to Gwanghwamun Gate, showcasing their new album. The world is full of flashy venues, so why Gwanghwamun? 600 years ago, this was the King's Gate, the path the rulers of the Joseon dynasty took as they entered and left Gyeongbokgung Palace. It was a space of absolute authority, opened only for the king, a symbol of dynastic glory, but not one meant for everyone to share. And then came the era of Japanese colonial rule. Gwanghwamun Gate lost its place. Modern buildings rose around it, and the space that once stood as the heart of Joseon's royal authority became the center of colonial administration. It was a painful era of loss. But with liberation, Gwanghwamun began to awaken, reclaiming its place in history. The remnants of Japanese colonialism were torn down. Gwanghwamun Gate restored its rightful, majestic form. By the 2000s, Gwanghwamun had evolved into a stage for a new era. At the 2002 FIFA World Cup, millions filled the square, demonstrating their solidarity and establishing Gwanghwamun as a space for the people. Through the years, Gwanghwamun became a powerful stage for the people's voices. In moments of political crisis, hundreds of thousands of light sticks filled the square, showing that peace can outshine violence. From a path once reserved for kings, through Korea's darkest struggles and its people's brightest triumphs, Gwanghwamun is ready to shine again as a spectacular stage for all and for the world.
As fans worldwide are welcoming BTS's comeback, the title of the group's fifth full-length album is fueling renewed interest in the Korean word Arirang, a folk song, and the name of the station you're currently watching. So what is it about this very Korean symbol Arirang? Our Jong Hye-rim tells us more.
The countdown to BTS's return is over, but as the hype builds, the album's title Arirang is drawing attention. For international fans, this single word is sparking curiosity.
Arirang? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's like something to do with traditional music. Traditional Korean music.
So their new album's called Arirang, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. I would assume it's something to do with like unity.
Actually, I heard it's like a folk song of Korea. Because BTS is from Korea, of course they want to show to the world.
During a recent Weverse live broadcast, the group's leader explained the thought process behind naming their highly anticipated album.
한국을 상징하는 무언가가 같이 들어가면 좋겠다라는 생각을 하다가 이제 아리랑이라는 키워드를 좀 불러오게 되었는데.
With the release of BTS's latest album on Friday, many fans are wondering what Arirang actually means. So, what is the story behind this iconic melody? Simply put, Arirang is Korea's most famous traditional folk song. But for Koreans, it is much more than just that. Passed down orally through generations with countless regional variations, the song carries the universal emotions of Han, a deep sense of sorrow, and Hung, a resilient joy.
Arirang is a song that symbolizes Korean culture and has been with us throughout our history and lives. It was the song our people sang to endure hardships in unfamiliar environments abroad. You could say this historical experience has led to our deep affection for it.
What makes Arirang meaningful today is that it is no longer just a song of the past, but is being rediscovered and reinterpreted by a new generation. Experts say BTS is playing a crucial role in this ongoing evolution.
BTS's choice of Arirang is an example of modernly expanding its value through music that resonates across race, culture, and social status.
From a song rooted in Korea's past to a symbol reaching audiences worldwide, Arirang is once again finding new meaning today. Jong Hye-rim, Arirang News.
아리랑 아리랑 아라리요. So we just heard from Hye-rim's report about the global curiosity and attention on Arirang. We want to take a deeper dive into Korea's most beloved folk song, which has also inspired BTS. So how has Korea's traditional folk song Arirang evolved beyond its roots and expanded into K-pop? To explore this, we're joined by Professor Ji Hae-won from Kyunghee University. Professor Ji, welcome back.
Hello, good afternoon.
So before we start, did you have the chance to listen to BTS's album Arirang?
Unfortunately, not yet, but I will definitely do that right after this show.
Oh, I definitely recommend you to do so. We tried to listen to the songs before the show, but it was too long to go through all the tracks yet.
Right.
But Professor Ji, Arirang is often described as Korea's representative traditional folk song and also known as the unofficial national anthem of Korea.
Right.
So it captures the emotions of the Korean people. What is so unique about Arirang?
That's right. Arirang is regarded not merely as a folk song, but as an emotional symbol that implies the historical experiences and emotional structure of the Korean people. So it is often referred to as the song that best expresses the Korean heart. So Arirang delivers Han, a core sentiment of the Korean people, and it also captures the hardship of life. So although Arirang is a folk song passed down since the Joseon dynasty, but it became more deeply connected to the sentiment of Han as it linked to the national sentiment, particularly during the Japanese colonial period. So furthermore, it is a song that everyone can sing together. So the Arirang serves as a means of sharing the value of the Korean community.
Right, and Arirang exists in many regional versions. There's the one that Soa just beautifully sang before.
Right.
But they all have like different lyrics as well as styles as well. Would you say this wide variety is one of its defining characteristics?
Right. The reason Arirang exists in numerous versions containing various emotions such as joy, sorrow, longing, and humor is that it is not a fixed work created by a specific composer. But it is a folk song continuously created by people in their daily lives. So therefore, because Arirang was a song that everyone could sing by spontaneously reflecting their own emotions, it captures a wide range of feelings. As such, since Arirang captures the sentiment of the local people, it exists in different versions depending on the region. While 정선 Arirang is slow and lyrical, 밀양 Arirang is fast and joyful, and 진도 Arirang is characterized by strong rhythm and vitality like 흥.
Now, Arirang has also been widely reinterpreted into performances, not only traditional Korean performances, but also on the modern stage. So why do you think it's being chosen as such a source of inspiration continuously?
The reason Arirang is frequently used in modern performing arts beyond being a simple folk song is that it's a structure that allows for modern reinterpretation in musical, cultural, and symbolic aspects. Arirang is undeniably an iconic piece of music representing Korea. So therefore, it is frequently used as a representative repertoire to introduce Korea at overseas performances or the international cultural events. Specifically because the melody of Arirang is relatively simple and repetitive, so it is easy for the artists of various genres to reinterpret and utilize Arirang as a new musical material.
Right, and could you actually introduce some, let's say, notable works or some recent productions based on Arirang?
Arirang, right. There is the original musical Ari Arari, produced by Jeongseon County in Gangwon Province and the Jeongseon Arirang Cultural Foundation. So the musical Ari Arari was first staged during the Pyeongchang Olympics as a cultural event to introduce traditional Korean sentiment to the world. And through continuous development, it was invited to perform at the Adelaide Fringe Festival in Australia and the Edinburgh Festival in the UK, gaining recognition for its potential. So it returned to the domestic stage with a performance at the National Kugak Center in 2025, and it is establishing itself as the region-oriented show with a regular performance in Jeongseon. So the musical Ari Arari is a case of a modern reinterpretation and global expansion of the traditional folk song Arirang. It effectively utilizes a regional cultural brand of Jeongseon Arirang.
I want to make careful predictions that now we're probably going to see more people looking for such performances after we have that release of BTS's album Arirang as well. So BTS is also putting Arirang, the keyword, at front and center. So what significance do you see in this way, a traditional folk song being connected with K-pop?
Right. BTS titles their new album exactly Arirang. This is not merely the name of the single song, but the function. It is a function as a core theme that runs through their entire music and messages. So all the official articles do not state that the melody of Arirang is sampled exactly as it is and used in BTS songs, but the melody and emotions of Arirang are already being utilized musically and visually in animation trailers, promotions, and the concept videos of BTS's new album. So I think the use of Arirang in popular culture such as K-pop is not merely the appropriation of traditional music, but it holds a great significance in terms of cultural identity or global strategy and musical experimentation as well.
Right.
I think you're probably the right person to ask, Professor, if there are similar cases abroad where traditional cultural elements or music are also incorporated into performances or popular music.
Right. There are numerous examples overseas of utilizing traditional music or folk elements in modern popular culture or performing arts. So for instance, Spain is famous for combining traditional flamenco with the modern music, and Ireland has successfully developed the traditional folk music and dance into the modern performance, such as river dance, right? So there are also cases in China and Japan where traditional instruments are combined in pop music. And India is also a country that has actively combined the traditional rhythm and melody with modern popular culture, such as movies, pop music, and performances. So I believe that music and performing arts that effectively utilize the traditional elements can be a competitive edge in global cultural industry.
And I felt like while I was listening to BTS's music that while they have a lot of different sounds in there, such as many electronic sounds as well, I do seem to hear some Korean traditional instruments in there as well. So yeah, very great to see all of that combined, the historic music with modern styles of music as well. But last but not least, Professor Z, BTS is going to have their big comeback stage tomorrow at Gwanghwamun. So this could be a very symbolic moment to showcase Korean culture to the world. So what are you looking forward to the most?
Right, holding BTS's comeback showcase at Gwanghwamun Square means a lot beyond a simple new song release performance. This event is perceived as having the important national cultural event. So given that all BTS members are gathering together to perform in a space where Korean history and culture symbolically converge following their long break due to the military service. So, and also because this album is based on the motif of Arirang. So personally, although I won't be able to be there in person, but I am so looking forward to watching the Netflix live stream tomorrow wearing purple clothes like this. And like, I think everyone will be watching the Netflix stream.
Right, that's going to be such an exciting historic moment. So let's talk about the album and also the show tomorrow, sometime in the future again. For now, thank you very much, Professor Z, and see you next time.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Walter, as always. So we're going to have you here next week.
To talk about BTS, I hope.
Of course. Thanks for watching and for your interest in everything K-Culture. K-Culture Dive will be back on Monday, 2 p.m. Korea time. Have a culture and BTS-filled weekend, everyone, and keep diving.